Yesterday I got something in the mail, and today instead of doing a vlog, I decided I would do something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Joby Gorillapod Focus. Those of you who follow me on Instagram and Snapchat know that this wasn't exactly the best first impression. In fact, it was actually pretty terrible first impression. However, I am still in love with this thing, and I'm about to tell you why. As you can see, it's got lots of little ball joints on it, and that allows it to bend in different ways so that you can see? Okay, this is the bad review that I was going to give for it. One of the legs just popped off. It did that within 5 minutes of use when I first unboxed it. I mean, the leg, see, that's where it's supposed to be. And the leg just popped off. And later on, another one popped out. So I'm having to be like ultra careful about this, and they're really tough to get back in. But like I'm trying to be really delicate with it, and it still happens. So I don't know what I need to do in order for that not to happen, but that's why it was a bad first impression. I got it back in. It's really difficult to do, and I don't want to have to do that. I emailed Joby, and I was like, yo, this is what happened. I read multiple reviews that said this is a common issue. This Gorillapod comes in at about... Shut up! This Gorillapod comes in at about $150, which, I mean, that might not be a lot to some of you, but that's an investment. Shut up. But to me, before I realized the problems with it, it was 100% worth it, because this thing is made of aluminum. It's extremely strong so that it can hold my big camera. These ball joints, like I was trying to show you earlier, they can bend and move around like that. And they're all... I'm trying to be extra delicate with it because I don't want it to pop off again. And that shouldn't happen on something this expensive. I mean, it doesn't say anywhere on the box. I have the box. This is the box. It doesn't say anywhere on the instructions. I read through all the instructions also. All the instructions, I read through all of it. None of it says that you cannot pull it from the top, which is when it breaks off. So you just have to be extra delicate with it. And I don't want to have to be extra delicate with it because this is such a versatile tripod that I want to be able to bend it and hook it onto like a tree or like a banister or something so I can get a time lapse. You are able to just use it as a normal tripod. Like just as a normal tripod. Another use that I've found for it, and I think I've seen this being used by other YouTubers, you kind of use it as a steady cam. You put it on your shoulder like that, and you can get a nice steady shot with it. So there's lots and lots of different uses for this tripod, and that's why I love it so much. There's a little ball head up here, and if you loosen it up, you can position it any way that you want to get even more of the angle that you prefer. It even has this little spot so you can turn it into kind of a portrait, and your camera's hanging up sideways like that, and the tripod actually can support that. This has, they call it a quick release. I like to call it a semi-quick release because the mount that goes on the camera, it slides into here, and a quick release you would just press a button and you'd be able to pop it out. But with this you have to tighten it up, and then now it's secure. So it's a semi-quick release, which, I mean, I still think it's alright. Another really cool feature on this tripod, if you loosen this, you can move it, and it has some tension to it, so you'd still be able to get a really smooth shot if you're trying to get, maybe if you're trying to just like do a panorama. It's really smooth. That's a really cool feature about this tripod. I'm really excited to use. A few things that I wish that it did have was, for example, when I set it up like a tripod, it's not exactly even. I'd like to have like a level on it. There's a few of the smaller Joby Gorillapods that have like the Gorillapod Zoom, which is just smaller than this one. It has a level on it so that you can just change this around, make it level, tighten it back down, and then bam, it's level. And you can't really tell on this one because it doesn't have that feature. I found a solution to keeping these in here, and that's super gluing them, which I do not want to do. I want a new one, but my concern is that I'll just get a new one that does the exact same thing. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Even if they don't send me a new one, I'm gonna keep this. I still really like the design. I still think it's awesome. I still think that it's worth keeping, but $150, really? I don't want to have it sitting upside down, hanging in a tree with my $1,600 camera hanging from it, and one of the legs breaks off and my camera falls just because of the bad design. And that is my complaint. I can even set this tripod up while I'm driving in the car. I mean, not set it up while I'm driving, but I can use it while I'm driving in the car. It also has a capability to be used as like a selfie stick, where I can vlog and my arm isn't in the shot like that. This is one of the capabilities I did want to test out, which is it's currently hanging from a tree. I just wanted to see how it would work. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit more level. But I can just flip the screen upside down, and this shot will just be as if I'm just having it on a bigger tripod. Except for it's not on a bigger tripod, it's hanging from a tree. I'm gonna run around with Daisy outside, but she ran upstairs because she's upset. I told her to come outside, and I opened this first door up. I opened it up, and she ran it right into the screen door. I think she hurt herself. Daisy! Daisy! Hide under the bed. You okay? You alright? No? Okay, you can just go hide under there. So these are just a few clips of me walking around my backyard. I was using it as the Steadicam, like how I showed you at the beginning, like kind of like a glide cam. If I try to make a smooth picture and go slowly, I'm able to get a good picture out of it. But sometimes when, like for example, if I run, it's not the most steady thing in the entire world, but it is smoother than as if you were just holding the camera by hand. Alright guys, so I think that's going to conclude today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I was able to give you some insight on the good and bad of this tripod. Overall, I really like it. I think the legs popping off just really agitated me, and I want to find a way to fix that. I want it to just not happen, and I think every great design has a flaw, but for $150 it's just not worth it to me. So I'm gonna keep using it, but what the heck. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, to like. Please comment down below on any suggestions of what I should do for my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.